Hi, this is Eternal King here, bringing you another gaming video today. So we are going to be off of LOR for a little bit, and if you don't know why, it's because I essentially had two as far as the game was concerned. My first goal was that I wanted to hit top 100 masters in like a weekend, and I did that like 6 months ago. Or quite some time ago, but I think before 6 months, just like grinding out with Ziggs Poppy, and that was, obviously a fun and satisfying experience. I did that quite some time ago. And then the other big goal of mine is that I wanted to have one of my decks essentially become an archetype standard. And so that happened as well. So now I am currently, quote-unquote, the, Rise guy, right? You go to Runeterra AR and you look, and my Rise list is being tracked as the superior version of that archetype. There will never be a Rise deck that is, quote-unquote, better than mine in the Eternal Season, in the future of LOR. If the game lasts another 5 years, just based off the single-player experience, if anyone wants to play Eternal, they're going to have to play my Rise deck. But yeah, discussing Blasphemous. Blasphemous is basically like a Castlevania style experience that also is mixed with a Souls-like. But I would say that it probably has a lot more in common with Castlevania specifically, as opposed to Dark Souls. Besides the fact that there's like a lot of biblical overtones and it's a very dark world, I would argue that there is not a lot else in common other than like a parry, a dodge, a heal mechanic, some shrines, like just like the bare minimum. But more than anything, Blasphemous is a Castlevania game in terms of like once you like play it. Yeah, healing. So like you have your flask that you splash on your face to heal. So like that's like a Dark Souls staple. But like beyond that, I would argue that this game feels much more like a Metroidvania or a Castlevania specifically. Like Symphony of the Night would be the perfect example of like you hit the sword, and like that's Symphony of the Night right there. If you've never played old school Castlevania, it's basically a hard as nails, two-dimensional game where you're gonna die a lot, and either to platforming challenges or to enemies or to things of that nature. But yeah, I will say that this game isn't quite as Dark Souls as people kind of made it out to be, for the most part. And this happens a lot, I think, in the Souls-like genre, where like people will attribute a Souls-like to more so than it is to like its other genre inspirations. So you think of like Neo, right? And like Neo is more of like a Ninja Gaiden game than it is like anything else. Spooky. Oh wow, boss fight off the top, eh? I don't think I can parry that. No, it's not working. Okay, you just have to jump it. Good to know. You have to slide and jump for this guy. Okay. Well, that was pretty easy for a first boss, but I'm not gonna let that like represent the game, because I was more or less just like face tanking him, and that worked out. But my understanding is this game does get very, very difficult. Also, content warning: there is a lot of gore in this game. I've been led to believe. Obviously, I'm a mature gamer. That's not going to bother me. But if you're squeamish, again, I'm not going to get demonetized because we're not making money on here anyway. So, again, just enjoy uncensored Blasphemous. But yeah, those were my big two goals in LOR. Is I wanted to hit like top 100 masters in like a weekend with a competitive deck, and I did that a long time ago. And then I wanted to become, quote unquote, the new face of an archetype, and then I did that as well. So either way, you kind of you need a key for that. Okay. Either way, you kind of slice it. I've mostly done what I was aiming to do in LOR as a video game. And I'll still come back to it because, again, Eternal is just like such a fun format. But the reality is that like there is room for other people to come in now and revive archetypes. Because there are so many archetypes in LOR that have just like lied dormant and basically become dead in Eternal. Thanks to the the tempo anti-tempo dichotomy that exists in Eternal, where you're either the hardcore anti-tempo deck or you're the hardcore tempo deck, and then occasionally you'll have like the odd mid-range specialist. But for the most part, that is kind of how Eternal is played, which can make it a little hard to revive certain underpowered archetypes. But there is room for other people to do it. There's nothing stopping you from going into LOR right now in Eternal and picking your own archetype that you want to become the face of, right? If it's Eddie, well, you're not going to really become the face of Eddie because Eddie is an overplayed archetype. If it's an aggro deck, it's pretty unlikely you'll become the face of aggro because it's an overplayed archetype. Die, bird. Okay, and hit the birdie. But yeah. Okay, we're going to try the parry here. Parry tutorial. Bam! Ah, and I messed it up. There's actually a short window for it. Parry. The art style in this game is absolutely gorgeous. Like, it is peak Castlevania. If they were to make like an SNES Castlevania game today, this would be it. Yeah, so this game is awesome. Okay, we get our first spell. We'll go ahead and equip that. But yeah, this is like a very fun game that I plan on playing to completion, because it's got all the tenets of like what I enjoy in a video game. It is difficult, and it is mechanically challenging, and it has an interesting art style, and it's fun to explore. And it's an indie developer, too, that I want to be, like, supporting, right? Ah. Maybe, like, not get hit in the face over and over again for no reason. And also, I think it has some Metroidvania elements. So, you can see that there are upgrades that we physically cannot reach yet. Yeah. Yeah, so there are like elements that we cannot physically reach yet. So that's good. So like that means it gives you like a reason to advanced technique air impulse. R trigger plus X in the air to ascend after hitting an enemy. Right trigger plus X. Yeah, you get a little bunny hop out of it. But yeah, the combat is visceral. The art style is immaculate. The vibes, as the kids would say in Blasphemous, are amazing. So, again, I have been diversifying the channel a little bit to explore new games and gameplay concepts. And that's largely because, oh yeah, and of course there's a huge open world map that you can explore, right? Or open zone map, if you want to be more accurate. I actually hate open worlds. Open zones are great, though. Like immaculately created world maps where you're like exploring zone by zone. There's a lot of
sorrowful be the heart, penitent one. Welcome to few remain here. There are fewer with devout time outside, but if you're penitent, the will.
Okay, so if you don't know, in Souls games usually there's like a hub base. So I'm hoping this will be like a hub base where you can like bring rescued NPCs, but it might not be. It might just be like a one-off location. I can't say definitively. Ooh. Yeah, I thought maybe there'd be something there. Nice. What did we get? Alright. What's in here? Yeah, so Metroidvanias are just like inherently fun to explore. I think we can all agree on that. Oh, I found a random NPC.
Servant greets welcome to the ossuary. My duty is none other than to provide shelter to each, and it matters little how many years. But these remain only together. Bring them before me.
Okay, what does he want? Skeletal remains, eh?
The
Oh.
bones, thank you. Bring the bones.
Okay. So you give him like collectibles and you get something in return? And then maybe that door opens up at some point? Cool. Yeah, so again, loving this. Game's less than a gigabyte. It's all kind of riding on that 2D SNES art style. And I think it looks amazing. Like, even just this is like peak Sega Genesis SNES right here. You know, drop down the platforms and avoid the goo. Like, it's great. When people say that the games industry is out of creativity, they are definitely not talking about stuff like this. Because this is like about as creative as it gets. And it's why I've been... Whoa, buddy. Alright.
Two faces greet you, penitent one.
We've got a man with some chesticles here.
My name is Nascimiento. Look at my chest, upon which an ancient
I'm struggling not to look at your chest right now.
Such a terrible sentence is the grace of the mirror. Bring me the quicksilver, which is capable of flourishing under our...
Quicksilver, required items. Oh, he returns our... Okay.
Bring me the quick...
Yeah, so he's actually the guy that improves our flasks. Pretty spooky firekeeper right there. If you don't know, in Dark Souls, there's like firekeepers who usually improve your flasks. It's like a pretty well-known part of the genre. Mountain of the... Okay. Is this place going to be like too hard for me? I guess we'll see. Oh, hello. This man has a Dark Souls roll. So yeah, when I played the demo for this game, I was immediately sort of transfixed. And the fact that the game is actually far more open-ended than, you know, you're kind of originally led to believe is great. Yeah, so even though we're probably entering into a zone here that is quote-unquote a little stronger than us, the game is giving us the flexibility and the freedom to do so, which is awesome, right? Like, that's what you want to see. As far as I can tell, I can't go that way. Very cool. This Blasphemous game is awesome. High recommendation right now. It's on sale for like, you know, $8 Canadian on Steam. It's great on Steam Deck. I've verified that it already works on Steam Deck, and then it's also great on PC as well. So definitely give Blasphemous a try if you're... Oh, okay. Alright, I see you. Wall climbing. Press X when a wall to thrust your sword into the wall. Okay, nice. That's very cool. So yeah, I'm just having a blast just exploring wherever I want to go in this game. I'm not like overthinking it. And as far as I can tell, the game's just letting me do that, which is awesome. We're just going to keep doing this thing where... Oh, no! I have regrets. I have... Oh my god, that did so much damage. Yeah. I don't want to be here. Yeah, I definitely don't want to be there. I think I have to do the... Okay, never mind. I thought I had to do like the swipe plus the little bounce you get off of it, which is like a button combination. Whoa, come on, dude, that's cheap. At least he's gone now. Okay, we're just going to spam magic to kind of deal with all these mobs at the same time. But, yeah, talking about LOR, more or less kind of done what I wanted to do, officially becoming a top 100 Masters player, and then also becoming an archetype lead, or becoming officially tracked on Runeterra AR as being the best of an archetype. Those were the two big goals. Whoa! He doesn't even have a health bar. How do I win if he has no health bar? Yeah, I'm just not gonna deal. Not gonna deal with that, sir. I'm just gonna keep smacking him. And, whoa, he's got blocks. Man can block. I'm all out of heals too for this fight, so like, I don't know how I'm gonna do. See, now I was kind of underneath him there. I feel like hitbox-wise that shouldn't have touched me. Oh my god, that did so much damage. Ooh, got lucky there. Oh no. I don't think I can take him. This might be one of those things you're supposed to lose. We'll see. Oh no, apparently I could do that. Wow. Alright, you guys saw it first. Blind, we've taken down 2 bosses in Blasphemous in 1 try. You know, that's not bad. You have no available offerings to the weird spooky tree throne. Okay. So, like, even though we probably weren't supposed to be in this area yet, I feel like we're making exceptional progress here. Okay, I wasn't sure what was down here. Are you a person? Or are you a bad guy?
A penitent one. Whichever, my name is Redento. Prithee, taketh thy affront in my not looking at thee. We are before Hondo, the great berry owl Hondo. Resound my feet, wish to crow.
He wants to cross that bridge over there? Okay. I mostly just want to find a bonfire, because, again, that was quite the fight right there that I had to survive. Hoping for... Okay, can't deal with that pillar yet. What? Do you keep doing that? Yes, you do. Okay, I'm just gonna ignore you. This is brutal that you do not get a bonfire. Like, I don't want to lose. Yeah, this game is like hardcore, man. It does not mess around. Oh, okay, well I activated that, but it doesn't do me a lot of good, does it? One tap and I'm basically done. Oh, this bell guy actually does that. Okay, so those things shouldn't be resonating anymore. That's alright. No, just die. I think I'm a little under-leveled for this area because it feels like enemies are taking a lot of swipes to die. Because I do know that there is like a soft upgrade system, as far as I know. No, thank you. I don't want to deal with that. But yeah, Blasphemous, check it out. Super cheap on Steam right now. If you're looking for like a hardcore, punishing experience, this is definitely gonna do you. You know, this is it right now. Recently, I think one of the past leaders of Sony said that the games industry is more or less completely out of creativity. I think it's exceptionally important to recognize that they're specifically talking about like a very small subsect of the industry, which is the AAA industry, like Western publishers in particular. Because if you're willing to go like outside of the box with your game preferences, you're gonna do like super well. Now, I don't know if I need to be... I think I'm probably gonna wrap it up there for this video. But yeah, we made some pretty good progress in probably the wrong direction. And I'll have to double back to the main hub. But it is cool that the game just lets you do that, like take on harder stuff if you want to. This is Eternal King, signing out.